Dragons. These mythical beings have captivated human imagination for millennia, appearing in folklore, literature, and art across every corner of the globe. From the fire-breathing beasts of Western myths to the benevolent, rain-bringing dragons of the East, these creatures have given form to humanity's hopes and fears. In modern media, dragons continue to capture our imagination, featuring prominently in books, movies, and video games. Dragons have a storied history that spans continents and civilizations. In ancient China, dragons were revered as symbols of power, strength, and good fortune. Unlike their Western counterparts, Chinese dragons are often seen as benevolent beings closely associated with water and the heavens. In contrast, European dragons are typically depicted as fierce and malevolent creatures, often dwelling in dark caves or guarding hoards of treasure. These varied depictions highlight the dragon's role as a versatile symbol in human culture. In the vibrant tapestry of world mythology, dragons hold a place of honor, their serpentine forms winding through countless tales and beliefs. Chinese dragons, in particular, are seen as auspicious figures, often associated with water and the heavens. They are believed to control the rains, rivers, and seas, their movements dictating the ebb and flow of life-giving waters. In Japanese mythology, dragons take on a similarly benevolent role. Often depicted as serpentine water deities, they are associated with rivers, lakes, and oceans. The Eastern dragon, therefore, stands in stark contrast to its Western counterpart. In stark contrast to the benevolent dragons of the East, Western cultures often portray these creatures as fearsome guardians, terrifying monsters, and embodiments of chaos. In European folklore, dragons are often depicted as guardians of treasure, their scale bodies coiled around mountains of gold and jewels. And Greek mythology offers another perspective on these mythical creatures. Here, dragons are often depicted as monstrous serpents embodying chaos and destruction. The Western dragon, therefore, serves as a powerful symbol of the challenges and dangers that humans face in both the physical and spiritual realms. Despite their contrasting depictions, dragons across cultures share a common thread: the extraordinary power of their breath. Whether it manifests as fiery destruction or life-giving rain, the dragon's breath embodies the duality of nature, its capacity for both creation and annihilation. In many cultures, the dragon's fiery breath represents the destructive forces of nature, volcanoes, lightning storms, and scorching droughts. Yet, paradoxically, the dragon's breath can also be a source of life and creation. The dragon's breath, therefore, transcends cultural boundaries, serving as a potent symbol of the awe-inspiring power of nature. The Bible, a text rich in symbolism and metaphor, offers intriguing glimpses into the nature of Yahweh, the God of Israel. One recurring motif is the association of Yahweh with fire, smoke, and thunderous pronouncements. When Moses encounters God at the burning bush, the divine voice emanates from amidst the flames, a spectacle that evokes the fiery breath of mythical dragons. Later, on Mount Sinai, The Lord descends in fire, the mountain shrouded in smoke, as God speaks to Moses out of the midst of the fire. The imagery of fire, a force both destructive and life-giving, aligns with the dual nature often attributed to dragons. The Book of Job, a profound exploration of suffering and faith, introduces two enigmatic creatures, Leviathan and Behemoth, whose descriptions bear striking resemblance to ancient Near Eastern dragon myths. Leviathan, a serpentine creature dwelling in the depths, is described as having impenetrable scales, fiery breath, and a terrifying presence that makes the deep boil like a pot. Behemoth, on the other hand, is depicted as a land-dwelling behemoth possessing immense strength and a tail like a cedar. The inclusion of these dragon-like creatures in the biblical narrative serves a multifaceted purpose. They highlight the vastness and power of God's creation, encompassing both the awe-inspiring and the fearsome. Section 3. The Serpent and the Staff, symbols of power and transformation. Throughout the Bible, serpents hold a complex and often contradictory symbolism. In the book of Numbers, Moses is instructed to fashion a bronze serpent and mount it on a pole. Those bitten by venomous snakes during their desert wanderings could look upon the bronze serpent and be healed. This recurring motif of serpents as both agents of chaos and instruments of divine power resonates with the ambivalent nature of dragons in world mythology. Section 1. Ancient Art and Artifacts, depictions of a dragon deity. Beyond the pages of scripture, archaeological discoveries offer tantalizing glimpses into the religious beliefs and iconography of ancient Israel's neighbors. In Mesopotamia, for example, archaeologists have unearthed numerous cylinder seals and carvings depicting a powerful dragon-like creature known as Mushasu. Similarly, ancient Egyptian art frequently features serpentine creatures, such as the cobra goddess Wadjet, who represents protection and royal authority. This context is crucial when considering the possibility that the Israelites too may have incorporated similar imagery into their understanding of the divine. Section 2. The Wings of the Cherubim, celestial guardians or dragon-like beings. The Bible describes cherubim as powerful, celestial beings that serve as guardians of sacred spaces and attendants to the throne of God. In the book of Ezekiel, the prophet describes a vision of 4 living creatures, often interpreted as cherubim, each with 4 faces, that of a man, a lion, an ox, and an eagle, and 4 wings. These creatures are said to move with incredible speed and agility, their wings producing a sound like the noise of many waters, like the voice of the Almighty. The combination of animalistic features and supernatural abilities resonates with descriptions of mythical dragons in other cultures. The cherubim's role as guardians of sacred spaces aligns with the protective function often attributed to dragons in mythology. Prophetical literature in the Bible often employs vivid, symbolic language to convey messages of warning, judgment, and hope. The book of Revelation, for example, describes a great red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns, identified as Satan, who wages war against God and and his people. This dragon, a symbol of chaos and destruction, is ultimately defeated and cast down to earth, signifying the triumph of God's kingdom. Similarly, the prophet Daniel describes a vision of 4 great beasts emerging from the sea, one of which is described as a leopard with 4 wings of a bird on its back. The use of dragon-like imagery in these prophecies taps into the primal fear and awe associated with these creatures. The evidence paints a compelling, albeit unconventional, picture of Yahweh. Traditional interpretations emphasize his transcendent nature, but ancient mythology and archaeology suggest a more nuanced understanding. Could Yahweh possess a tangible form akin to dragons of ancient lore? Scriptures describe Yahweh's presence, fire, smoke, thunder, that resonate with dragon imagery. The association with Leviathan and Behemoth strengthens this connection. Serpent symbolism mirrors the ambivalent nature of dragons in mythology. This interpretation offers a fresh perspective on divinity, enhancing Yahweh's power and majesty. If Yahweh is a dragon, what does this mean for our understanding of God and our relationship with the divine? It challenges us to move beyond human depictions of God, embracing a more expansive view of divinity. Yahweh, as a dragon, embodies the raw, untamed power of the cosmos. It prompts us to reconsider worship and reverence. Our approach must be marked by awe and humility. The dragon symbolizes both creation and destruction, reminding us of the delicate balance of existence. It invites us to re-examine the biblical narrative through a new lens. Stories take on deeper meaning when viewed through ancient dragon lore. The plagues of Egypt might be seen as a display of Yahweh's dragon-like power. Embracing Yahweh's dragon form enhances his divinity. It reveals a God who is both involved in the world and utterly transcendent. Our exploration of Yahweh's potential dragon form has taken us on a journey through mythology, scripture, and archaeology, revealing intriguing connections and challenging traditional interpretations. While definitive answers may remain elusive, the very act of questioning and exploring deepens our understanding of the divine and our place within the grand tapestry of creation. The dragon, as a symbol, transcends cultural boundaries, embodying the awe-inspiring power of nature, the duality of creation and destruction, and the mystery that lies at the heart of existence. By embracing the possibility of Yahweh's dragon form, we open ourselves to a more expansive and nuanced understanding of God, one that recognizes both his immanence and his transcendence, his power and his mystery. Ultimately, our relationship with the divine is a deeply personal one, shaped by faith, experience, and interpretation. Whether we envision Yahweh as a transcendent spirit, a loving father, or a majestic dragon, the essential truth remains. We are called to approach the divine with reverence, humility, and a willingness to embrace the mystery that lies beyond our comprehension. Our journey into ancient myths and biblical texts reveals a captivating possibility. Yahweh, the God of Israel, might be envisioned as a magnificent dragon. This concept enriches our understanding of Yahweh's power and his profound connection to the forces that shape our world. The dragon embodies the raw, untamed energy of the cosmos, a force that both creates and destroys. Throughout the Bible, we find clues that hint at Yahweh's dragon-like nature. His association with fire, smoke, and thunder echoes the fiery breath and roars of mythical dragons. While the dragon serves as a powerful metaphor for Yahweh's might and majesty, it is essential to remember that the divine ultimately transcends human attempts at categorization. Yahweh's true nature remains shrouded in mystery, a mystery that invites us to approach our faith with humility, wonder, and an open heart. Embracing the possibility of Yahweh's dragon form does not diminish his divinity, but rather enhances it. It reveals a God who is both intimately involved in the world and utterly transcendent. A God who defies easy categorization and challenges us to expand our understanding of the sacred. Ultimately, our relationship with Yahweh is a deeply personal one, shaped by faith, experience, and interpretation. Whether we envision him as a transcendent spirit, a loving father, or a majestic dragon, the essential truth remains. We are called to approach the divine with reverence, humility, and a willingness to embrace the mystery that lies beyond our comprehension. As we conclude our exploration, let us remember that the pursuit of understanding Yahweh is a lifelong journey, a journey of faith, questioning, and awe. May our hearts and minds remain open to the infinite possibilities of the divine, embracing both the comfort and the challenge of encountering a God who is beyond our grasp, yet intimately present in every aspect of creation.